for the birds. So, that pepper there is known as mustard gas reaper. From the information that I could find on it, great flavor, by the way. But this pepper is a mustard reaper crossed with a mustard habanero. We all know that the original habanero, at least most people tend to believe, it's a ghost pepper cross habanero. I know it's backwards, don't come at me, I'm sorry. Mustard gas reaper. This was given to me by 9 Rings Hot Pepper Products, Mr. Joseph Emery. Thank you, brother. First time I've ever had his peppers. And the pods he sent me were in for some treats. And I started it off with this one. This is a hot one. So, I had bought a box from Joseph, and not due to his fault, it was during Labor Day weekend, and he had to ship it to me because he had already pulled them, picked them, and I agreed. I said, yeah, send them to me. And they took some extra days to get to me. And the dude's super cool, so he was concerned. And he reached out to me and said, hey, how was that box? Have you gotten it yet? And I said, no. It happened to come the next day. And he said, please let me know how they are. I stand by my stuff. I said, okay. And he sent me a tremendous box. And there was like 2 or 3 that just weren't that good. Now, I've had way worse. Some of you guys have been watching my videos for a while. This wasn't even as bad as that box I got a few months ago. And so I just picked them out and was good. But I messaged him. I said, yeah, there's a couple bad ones in there. He said, I don't like that. I'm going to send you another box. I said, dude, you don't have to. I said, there's enough pods in here that are going to light my ass up. There's some really good ones I've never tried before. I said, don't worry about it. He said no. He insisted. And a couple days later, another box showed up. And a little note that said, I hope this box makes up for the last box. There's a few new ones that were ripe this time around. Enjoy, Joe Emery. If that's not stand-up customer service in any kind of business, I don't know what is. So my man, Joseph, thank you, bro. This is the first pepper I've had out of either box. And let me tell you, I'm lit up. Good burn in the throat right here. Saliva glands are lit. It's got my nose running really nice. Good head high. Earthy. Really earthy pod. Those are my favorite type of peppers. Mustards. Anything like that. The color on that pod was beautiful. It's kind of... Mustard pods will get an olivey color. And if you let them keep ripening, they turn a color like this one. Like that goldish, greenish gold color. Almost like a tarnished brass. But man, that's a wicked pod. That is fantastic. Such a good pepper. Wow. Gnarly look to it too. Super dope little stinger coming out of it. Really pimply, groovy. Just an all-around cool pod. And that was a big one. Thing was about that big. About like that. I want to get a scale. I've been talking about that for a year. Just like a cheap little digital food type scale. You know, something just kind of small. I want to get one of those and start adding into my reviews the weight on some of these pods. And when I do numerous pods in a sitting, I want to get a total weight. But that was a massive pod. Really good. It's still at a high level burn for sure. I feel like it's already peaked though. I'd say over the last minute or a minute and a half, I don't feel like it's raised any, but it hasn't really dropped any either. It's just kind of sitting at a pretty high heat. Wow. Like I said, I'm in for a treat. We're in for a treat. Because there's some pods in there that I've never had before that I'm really looking forward to. And this one, I didn't even ask for this pod. There was a couple pods I asked him for and he obliged. But as I was looking and digging through the peppers today, this one was just calling my name on a Sunday afternoon. So, that's it, man. Not sweating too much on this one, you know. It's a hot pepper, man. That's definitely Reaper level heat, no doubt about it. And it was hot right off the jump. It was hot right away. Good little chest, esophagus burn. Settling in the stomach right now. Super nice. Yeah. So that pepper there, I think it's safe to say is in my top. It's a top 10 pepper for me as far as just overall heat, burn, and flavor, and look, appearance, color, all that. It's a top 10. More like a top, 8, possibly 6, possibly 5, somewhere in there though. But definitely, hands down, no doubt, a top 10 pepper. But again, for me to say that, that's taking into account, flavor, burn profile, heat profile. Those are two different things. Heat level and appearance, color, texture, all that stuff. So, Joseph, well done, brother. And that came in the second box he sent me. There wasn't one of those in the first box. So he sent me that second box free of charge. And the peppers he sent in the second box, they're even better than the ones that were in the first box. If you need peppers, I recommend all the growers I've had, except for, you know, maybe, but Nick Kemp's, fantastic. Lone Star Mastiffs, Gary Smith, fantastic. Linda's Fiery Treats, fantastic. And we're one pod in, and I think it's safe to say 9 Rings Pepper Products and Joe Emery. Check them out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.